Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to Nexus Studios. In today's episode, we'll be talking about Mola Ram. What? Yes, which is this gentleman right here. I wouldn't consider him as a gentleman because he is quite a bad character in Indiana Jones. And guess what we're gonna talk about today is about him, and he's from the movie Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Yes, it's a very old movie. It came out in the 84, I think, 1984, around there, when my parents were like about 3 years old or so. I'm not really sure about that, but yeah, it came out around those times, and we're gonna talk about him, Mola Ram. Yeah, him. Yeah, the dum biryani. Yes, dum biryani. Yeah, so dum biryani, yeah, really nice Indian food you want to try out. Go find your nearest dum biryani restaurant and try it out because it is good. Okay, if you can find a very good dum biryani, right, so most movie villains show anger, greed, or revenge. Mola Ram does not show that. He shows something worse. In this scene, right, the scene that's playing right now, during the underground ceremony, he calmly leads a ritual sacrifice without hesitation or emotional conflict. There's no rage, no chaos, just calm conviction. That calmness is what makes the viewers uneasy. Like me, when I first watched Indiana Jones, I was like, I was pretty shocked by his actions. I had to cover my eyes. I was so scared. But now I ain't no scared. Psychologically, characters like Mola Ram operate under moral absolutism. Yeah, that moral absolutism. That sounds interesting. Meaning he doesn't believe that he's doing evil at all. That does not sound interesting at all. In his mind, every action serves as a sacred purpose for God, but that is not God's actions. He doesn't believe that he's doing evil at all. He thinks that he's doing good. Then that removes the normal limits of what most humans have. You can argue with a greedy villain. You can argue with a greedy villain, yes. You can outsmart an angry villain. Okay, true. But you cannot reason with someone who believes the universe itself agrees with them. That sounds really anti-God, okay? That does not sound what God will do, okay? Another reason the audience reject Mola Ram so strongly is how he controls people. In this scene right here, when Indiana Jones, for you who don't know who is Indiana Jones, which is his character with the hat, yeah, he drinks the blood of Kali. We see psychological domination in action. Indiana Jones isn't physically defeated. His identity is taken away. This is a classic cult psychology. Break the individual, replace their will, and rebuild loyalty through fear and ritual. So that's what you're good for? Well, okay. Notice how Mola Ram barely raises his voice. Authority comes in present, not in shouting. That controlled the manual psych signals total power, and viewers instinctively resist it. We hate him because he represents the loss of free will. Compare him to a typical adventure antagonist who wants money or conquest or gold or anything like that. Mola Ram wants belief. in this scene, no, excuse me, at 4840 4840, when he explains the return of his cult's power, he speaks like a prophet, not a criminal. His goal isn't personal gain, it's ideological expansion. That's psychologically unsettling because ideology can justify anything. That sounds really true actually. The audience senses that there's no bargaining with him, no redemption arc is waiting. His identity and mission are the same thing, just to make the whole world believe that his religion is true and good. And when identity fuses with belief, compromise becomes impossible. Yeah. Here's the paradox. The reason why fans hate Mola Ram is exactly why he succeeds as a villain. In this scene right here, during the final confrontation on the rope bridge, his fearlessness stands out. He doesn't beg, he doesn't panic, he remains devoted to the end. Psychologically, this creates what we might call moral alienation. Viewers recognize human intelligence, not human empathy. That gap triggers discomfort. He isn't just dangerous physically, he represents what happens when belief replaces compassion entirely. So, if you always hated Mola Ram, that reaction is actually proof the character works. He's not scary because he's loud or monstrous like Godzilla thundering through Japan and blowing up buildings and probably stepping on Nissan skylines. Man, I love Nissan skylines. So beautiful. He's scary because he's convinced he's right. And history and psychology tells us that certainty without empathy is often far more frightening than fear. Frightening than anger, excuse me. Thanks for listening. Until the next episode, we will look at another villain audience love to hate and what they reveal about to us. Until then, stay curious, viewers. Remember to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel. Peace out, everyone.